What's going on, y'all? Ready to commit OSHA violations? Just kidding. Hope all of y'all are having a great night. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Hope you had an awesome Christmas. I hope you guys are geared up for New Year's. It's 2022 is ending in an interesting way. Got in a car accident today. At a stoplight, got rear-ended pretty good. Back's a little sore, then had to go climb underneath trailers after that and get that taken care of. So it's been a fun day, guys. Anyways, I have some of the best subscribers. Like the community that I have behind me, around me, I prefer that. I'm surrounded by awesome people, and I appreciate that first and foremost. You guys are great, and the comments you guys leave are awesome. And the last video I talked about, well, sorry, it's a little echoey in here, but the last video that I made a comment that I haven't told my wife about me doing YouTube, and a couple of y'all said, you need to go ahead and tell her. So I did that, I told her about the channel, and she's like, oh, that's cool, whatever. Started, looking at videos and saw the new 84-inch toolbox, and so that's pretty cool. And she started looking at the tool haul videos and all the tools inside the boxes through the toolbox stores, and you should probably never commit a crime and leave the evidence online. Well, needless to say, after the new year, I'll be sleeping here at work with a pillow and blanket because, she dropped the line of, you're 6'4", that goes into 84 inches, right? That's like, what, 72 inches? So you got a little bit of room. So, needless to say, pillow, blanket, the boss is happy. I'll be around the equipment all the time, be able to work late, won't be tired, I can sleep in a little bit. The real way that conversation went down when I told her that I started doing the YouTube thing is driving my dad's house on Christmas Eve. And, we're driving our little hatchback, little Hyundai. And I'm 6'4", about 280, bigger dude driving this little car. And, started with I got something to tell you, and it's embarrassing. And I'm kind of giggling while I'm doing it, turning a little red, and she's like, kind of cracking a smile, saying, what do you need to tell me? I'm like, well, she's like, did you poop yourself? How is that the first place our mind goes? I swear to God, it's like, that's where your mind goes when you think of me, telling you something embarrassing. I pooped myself. No, I did not shart. And I told her, started doing a YouTube, thing. And she's like, great, everyone should have a YouTube account. I'm like, no, I started making videos. So she started laughing a little bit, asked why I've been hiding it, and she's like, are you cheating on me with YouTube? I'm like, no, it's not like I'm going out, to the corner, picking up ladies of the evening with some, powdered Red Bull. I'm just hanging out, making videos for car people and tool people. So it is what it is. Guys, I appreciate that. She thinks it's cute and a nice little hobby and all that stuff. She's being supportive, so it's cool. Great woman. So anyways, rolling into the video. I've been looking around, and the great debate of air tools, electric tools, what one do you need? You have to have all, air tools in your toolbox before you can touch an electric one. I'm not that guy. First and foremost, y'all are consenting adults, and if you're a consenting child and you want to take an adult's credit card and buy some tools, that's kind of cool, but you probably shouldn't do that. But on the same token, y'all are capable of making your own decisions. You guys are capable of doing your own research. So with that being said, this is me just putting my thoughts out into the void, and just, if you guys like it, you like it, that's awesome. I'm glad. Maybe we can start a discussion, and kind of grow, put more ideas out there. If you guys hate it, let me know. That way I won't do a video like this again. It's all for you guys. But if you're watching this video and you've watched a couple other of my videos, and you're not into tools, I'm gonna consider you watching it for me, and I might think you think I'm cute, and maybe we can go get weird later. But with that being said, you should hit that subscribe button, help a brother out. Maybe like it, comment, definitely comment, because I'm entertained with that. You guys are awesome. It keeps me laughing and thinking, so appreciate it, right? So starting off, Snap-on, a DeWalt, some Ingersoll Rand stuff. This is Hobo Freight right here, little needle scaler. Talked about that in the other video. More Ingersoll Rand stuff. Nothing too crazy, right? You know, basic stuff. And I'm not going to go into detail of every little thing about each one of these tools. They're just kind of visual aids. And I'm really going to use this. And good old Vanessa, she's just a sweetheart. You know, absolutely love her. And this is a Ingersoll Rand 231C. Fantastic. Both of these are. Absolutely love them both. And I'm not going to do a list of pros. I'm not going to do a list of cons. I'll let y'all decipher that information for yourselves. But starting off, guys, price, okay? The main thing we all look at, right? Price, you know, is this going to hurt my pocket? Especially as a new tech coming into the field. Probably don't have the cash flow to sit there and buy a lot of expensive stuff, right? I didn't. I just hopped on the Snap-on truck and made a lot of poor decisions. Excuse me. With that being said, I bought this from my brother. He got out of the industry and he was moving up north. And he said, I got some stuff for sale. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'll take that. So bought some tools off of him. He's had this for a few years. I've had it in my possession for about 5. I absolutely love it. And the price point on this, guys. The 231C on Amazon, it runs about 140 bucks. I think it's 137 or something like that. It's not bad on price. So air tools, usually they're pretty decent. I mean, you know, they can be expensive, especially when you get into 3/4 and 1 inch. But for something like this, 140 bucks, it's not gonna break the bank. It's gonna last you a long time. So it's something great to have. You know, you get into something like this, the price of this, off the tool truck, I paid about 700 bucks for it. But that came with 2 batteries, a charger, and the tool. Now, on Amazon, you can find it about $600. And this is some crazy part number. It's a 20 volt series. Apparently this is rated at 1,000 foot-pounds of torque and 1,500 breakaway, you know, for whatever that's worth. And this is 600 foot-pounds of torque and 1,000 breakaway. Price difference. Guys, if you're getting in the field, I'm not going to tell you what to choose, but you know, this will ride out my toolbox. If I was going back, I'd take this. I mean, granted, if I was starting over and I had, you know, whatever money I could get, I'd take this. You know, kind of, it's a real hard decision to make. But if you're new in the field, I'd probably suggest this to you guys. Next, durability. Impact guns. You're working around race cars. I did it for several years. 24 hours Daytona, things like that. These things will take abuse. They will go flying. It's kind of fun. Yeah, if one, you know, fails due to no pressure in the tank and you throw another one across the pit box and it goes flying, hits the ground, all that stuff, pick it up, pull the wheel off, put a new one on, send the car. Yeah. Car breaks halfway through the race, you pull it in the garage, and you're slinging this underneath the car, slinging it in every direction to get whatever you can done. You know, these things take a lot of abuse. I'd say drop it on the floor, not care. I don't want to crack the concrete or chip it or whatever, and I really don't want to, you know, drop a good tool just because of video's sake. It's got wear on it from just use. I don't want to abuse myself, but this, on the other hand, I mean, it looks a little raggedy. You know, she's about 4 years old, maybe 4.5 years old. She's beautiful. You know, she's been beaten a little bit, you know. It is okay, but, you know, I love her. When you're around certain tool people, we'll call them Milwaukee fans. Nothing wrong with Milwaukee tools. I like Milwaukee tools. Milwaukee fanboys, it's another subject, but when you're around them, you gotta, you know, have a certain swinging contest. I love pulling this little girl out, you know, sit there and pull lug nuts off of semis where they're sitting there trying to. My buddy used to be a big Milwaukee person. You know, that's fine. You know, everyone's got their thing. But he would sit there and talk all that nonsense and pull this out and start pulling lug nuts off, and it's just a fun time. But going back to durability, this thing would get rocking and rolling, shaking, and flexing and all that stuff. I mean, it scares me, especially with the price point on this. And when you have it up here, I have had it fall off, and you kind of have a little heart attack. It's not a fun feeling, guys. Like, I don't want my tools being hurt, due to stupid reasons. So that's a scary thing for me. There's a little running, all that fun stuff. Weather in Florida sucks right now. It's been cold, hot. So we're getting back in the 80s now when it was like 40 degrees like 2 days ago. So it's interesting. I can't get sick. I got a race to go do, and I'd cry. So, anywho, getting back into it, guys. I know, all over the map. I'm more concerned about this breaking than I am this. This can take a beating. As far as reliability, I've never had an issue with either one of these impacts. I mean, I can't really say I've had an issue with anything up here, really, except I've had to have my original 14.4 as a brushless, as red instead of orange. It just died for no reason. Then if we go into here, I think I got a broken, angle grinder. That one it died. It started coming apart and had some internal issues. 3 years old. The one that I had before this was like 6 months, and no bueno. So, it is what it is, right? Do your research on what you buy, different brands, all that stuff. And going back to price, guys, there's different brands out there. Do your homework. Don't go with the most expensive if you can't afford it. Don't expect the cheapest thing on the market to last. Kind of one of those things. But, nice thing about these, you take them wherever you want. You want to bring it home for the weekend, work on your car, all that stuff, it's fantastic. It's maneuverable. And getting it as tight of a spot as it'll actually allow, which is awesome. This thing, on the other hand, gets attached to something stupid called an air hose. The air hose is this wonderful thing designed to trip you, designed to get you dirty for no apparent reason. And they're designed to break on the most minute things. And when they break on the most minute things, it's just something random that happens, and it decides, I'm out of the chat today. Well, it's fine. I worked on ambulances for a little bit, and when those things are hanging from the ceiling, the air hose would pop, and it'd just go every which way. That little piece of metal on the end hitting the ambulances, and brand new paint jobs on them, just gouging them and scratching them. Kind of a fun thing. And with these, if you're walking around a car with air hose, try not to curse for the YouTube, but walking around a car and it gets caught underneath the tire, and it's like playing pull the hose with your uncle all over again. It's not a fun time, guys. So you got to drag it extra, and it's a whole other thing. This, I'd rather just walk around and just make noise like an idiot. I'm a child, guys. But not a fan of playing, yank the air hose. So it is what it is on that. And it gets hooked up to that stupid thing called an air compressor. Like the noise these things make, it's kind of cool. Like a toy for a child, a big child. The air compressor, I have a poverty compressor, guys, in my shop. It's like a 25, 30 gallon compressor, and it's running all the time, anytime I'm using an air tool, and it's just so annoying. I'm really trying to kill it, to be honest with you. For some reason, it won't die yet. So, it is what it is. Little racetrack outside. Bigger trucks rolling by. But I'm trying to get my boss to buy me a bigger air compressor, but he wants that one to die first, so it is what it is. Also with air compressors, guys, kind of dumb thing about them is they accumulate water inside of them, so you have to drain them. If not, it goes into your air tools and it causes damage. So, got to take care of them. Also with air tools, guys, this is a video kind of over the place, just want to make you think a little bit. But with air tools, guys, you got to oil them daily. They even say it on them, it's frustrates me. it's just stupid stuff because I lose stuff. I don't know where my air tool oil is. I lost it yesterday, 2 days ago. Anyways, gotta lube them up. Same with these. Right here, if I know where I put my tools at, which I don't because I'm a child. Everything's getting clogged up in the box, you know, one of those fun things. But anyways, I got a little tiny grease gun. It's like a baby grease gun. It's pretty cool. Oh, it's right there on top of the box. All that real estate just to hide stuff. Awesome. It's got a little hole right there. Sorry, my fingers are dirty. I've been playing with stuff. But it just goes in there. You hit a little grease in it. You know, you're good to rock and roll. And then same thing for other air tools. You know, grease ports. Just check them out, guys. Make sure you're taking care of your air tools. That's just a quick go over of some of the ups and downs of air or electric. You guys are able to make your own choices, all that stuff. So once again, if you like this video, hit the like button, do what you got to do. If you dislike it, tell me. It is what it is. Try to improve. That's what everything I've been doing is about, kind of improving. I'm kind of trying to grow myself with this channel and develop relationships with all y'all. And speaking of that, I was talking to my buddy last night who's been watching my stuff, and I was telling him, you know, this is the coolest thing because I'm hearing you guys talk about, you know, you're moving from one dealership to another, and like, you know, the nerves with it and all this stuff, and I'm like, dude, I want to know how this guy's doing. Like, yeah, I want to know what he's thinking, if everything's going good for him. I'm, you know, hoping everything in this person's life is successful. Other guys I've talked to and they're moving into other fields or wanting to get into turning wrenches. Like, I am so excited to listen to what y'all have to say and to find out your story. It is so cool. And, you know, I know you guys are kind of looking into the nonsense that I'm speaking about, but I'm actually more intrigued onto what's going on in your life. So keep posting comments, guys. I mean, I'm loving it. I love responding back. I mean, I may not have the chance to right away, but I love reading them. With that being said, y'all, stay safe, have a great night, and keep wrenching.